Shakir showing why he's one of the best in the league after the catch, picking up additional yardage. 2nd and 8, and they've got Cooks. Out of the gun, Allen. Right down the middle, and it's not there. Followed your line. They went with Etienne. He's got the first down out to the 40, ridden down by Jordan Poyer. Looking to throw. Lawrence, pass, almost intercepted off the deflection, off the hands of Washington. And Lawrence again, up top, and picked off. Picked off by Thompson. Shaq Thompson's down to the 32-yard line.
Here's the coverage. They're going to disguise it right here when Trevor Lawrence drops back. He's going to end up throwing an in route right here. And Shaq Thompson reads his eyes and flows right to the ball. And they switched up, went to Tampa 2, and that means you're right there in the middle and you read the quarterback's eyes. And that is one that Trevor Lawrence wants back. He knows that was a poor decision. Check it down. If they pressure, he's got to get it out. If he comes, if not,
he's going to go with his legs. And he is stopped after only one. Raider, hold on. It's good.
You'll take him when he's at 80%.
Line up on the near side. Watch out for him. He's been unheralded this season. He's been injured a little bit, but when he's played, he's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's been a difference maker in this offense in a lot of ways. Watch from here.
There's Lawrence. Guess what? It's strange with Lawrence. Tim Patrick's now in the game at wide out as they toss it to Tootin. And look at Bashal Tootin go. Rips off the long run for 20. Tootin, the rookie out of Virginia Tech. First time in Buffalo territory, and they've got more. They've got Tootin again with a chunk play of about 12.
One's going to have to come down.
1st and 10. Lawrence falls on the handoff. Tootin inside the 5. Trevor's going to go up top, going to throw it. End zone! Got a touchdown with Brian Thomas Jr. from Jacksonville, the first to find the end zone.
By Trevor Lawrence, and you just see the ball placement is absolutely perfect inside, and you watch.
Ray Davis is back there at the goal line. #1 kickoff return average in the NFL. Got a chance to show his stuff. He crosses the 20, the 30, the 35, and gets hit by his own teammate. The ball's on the ground. Each team thinks they have it.
Looks like a big return, and then all of a sudden comes flying in. Buster Brown gets that ball out, creating a huge play. Nobody better than Jacksonville at finishing with 7s. If they create a turnover, and they have created a bunch this year.
And Davis is down. He got hit by Sam Franklin, his own teammate, during all of that. Already thin at running back with Ty Johnson inactive. They did again bring up Frank Gore Jr., who he's in the backfield on a 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence. Pass. Caught by Jacoby Myers. Right off the top of the surface.
You see the motion and back. They get so much stuff pre-snap. That's what Liam Cohen has brought here with this system. It's helped Trevor a ton.
Still up top, or will it be? No, he's sacked by Rousseau. Out of the gun. They gamble, and they go with Lawrence. Oh, this is going to be so close.
And we're back, everybody. We're going to take a look at this replay. Watch Trevor Lawrence here on the down the line shot. And remember, when that knee is down, if Thompson is touching everybody, we're going to take a look at this replay. Watch Trevor Lawrence here on the down the line shot. And remember, when that knee is down, if Thompson is touching him right there, we can see the ball is short at the 13-yard line. Great challenge by Coach McDermott, and here's a close-up again. Watch Lawrence's right shin, touched by Thompson right there. That's where he's down by contact. No first down. First down Buffalo Bills, though.
Yep, they've already announced it to the crowd here after being injured on that return where he coughed it up. 2nd and 6. Back to Shakir. He's got blockers. He's got a first. He sidesteps a defender. And he's out of bounds with a first down. It is 2nd and 4. Cook picks up a first down.
Jim, I'm telling you.
Went back to Laramie in November and had his jersey retired. His old campus throws. Oh, that was right over the head of one defender. The flag is out, and look at Cooks. Come on. Allen down the field, wide open. Keon Coleman slips through a tackle, and he's inside the 10-yard line. Big play by Keon Coleman for 36, and they've got a goal-to-go situation. Inside the 5, but you see so many times injuries to the fingers, to the hand, when you have something like this happen.
100%. This is, right on the finger you don't want. And you could tell that definitely hit it. And that will be concerning. Even on the toss, you could tell.
There he goes, Tony. You had the right call, and I think he broke the plane. It's a touchdown.
Gene, you saw him do that. That's very strange. It's a touchdown if they're allowing the play, but he came out and said something very fast.
He is, by the way, hurt again. Now he's hobbling as he goes to the sideline. It looks like, yep, they're moving it back into PAT formation, spotting the football at the 15. So it is a touchdown.
And watch this at the end, though.
Look good.
Yeah, you had the finger, then you had the knee. But the fact that he's sitting there in his position makes me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Okay, there's a rushing play.
He's with his son. But these are the plays right here that you need.
3rd and 6. Nothing there. Nothing across the middle. Closest to it was the Bills defender and Parker Washington somewhere in the area. That is some injury report, and all in one half. Here's a 2nd and 10. Able to get it across the way to Gabe Davis. Stop it. Down. Protected long enough to get rid of it, but well short of the first.
It's shifted the game a little.
Angles it left. Bounces inside the 10.
Oh, my gosh.
How about that?
Wow. Because the false start with the clock running. That's correct.
1st and 15. Swinging it over. Need to go out of bounds. Again, the longest ever at the Raiders, 68 yards. Here's Lawrence pulling it down. Yes!
Do it.
Oh, what a catch by Washington. 34 yards. No one is set.
This is a chance. Defense is offside, but they'll get an extra 5 yards if they got the snap off before the clock hit 0. Great job by Jacksonville to have a chance.
Now, when that football just starts from that center, that's when the defense unabated, because they didn't get back occurs, so it's a kill right there. We're looking at fractions.
Great job showing the center's hand movement. Watch the center's hand movement right here.
That's where I'm looking to, Tony.
It's so close.
The ruling on the field is that the offense did get set, and there was offside by the defense. Reset the game clock to 1 second.
Cam Little's going to get his chance.
Unbelievable by Jacksonville.
And what a catch by Parker Washington to set it up. Here it is, 54 yards. Washington's kick. After all that, it's no good. 3rd and 9. Quick toss, Shakir, blockers, spins. That move got the first down for Buffalo. His 6th catch of the game. Play action. And Allen stood in there.
Wow.
And completes it again. It's back to Shakir to the Jacksonville side of the 50. Goes quickly. He's got Davis, and he's got the first down. Quick zip. Shakir maybe got it to the 28, 4th and 3.
A lot of yards.
Already good from 50. This from 47. And Prater is good again for the 13-7 lead. Okay, Lawrence held to 88 yards passing in the first half, a touchdown and a pick. He's coming out throwing here. First snap of the second half. And it's Washington. And Washington, boy, it's for them. Toss to ETN. ETN has an opening. ETN slashing his way inside the 30. Lawrence with time. And it's knocked down at the last moment. White makes a second pass defense on this series.
Would have been a touchdown.
Cam Little, 43 yards. The right hash. Little nails it. And they've got matching field goals here in the third quarter. It's got a 2nd and 8. Looking for options. Not going to be there. He's dragged down again. Josh Hines Allen. Now a 3rd and 20. Allen, no one there. Rookie from Ohio State. Here's a 3rd and 5. Open. And that was the man on the coverage we just mentioned, Hancock.
That means they got everybody else right here, so I think it's going to be hard to run it.
Well, here they go. Up top they go. They've got the first down. Again, it's Hancock in for Poyer on the coverage. And in goal, 6 yards away from the lead. Here's Lawrence. Zips it. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Parker Washington.
But just Parker Washington being a big difference maker. That throw is exactly where it should be. High and away. I mean, that is why Jacksonville, I think whoever wins this game has a shot at going to the Super Bowl, Jim. This game is that close.
Cook. Can they get him going? Can they find openings for him? He's able to. Fakes. Sets. Throws. Got him at the 28-yard line. This time it's Dawson Knox with the grab.
But you knew the ball was going to stay in Josh's hands right there.
No question. 1st and 10. Makes the quick toss. Goes down the field. Kincaid has it for the touchdown. To Kincaid for the lead right back.
Just an exceptional play call. And Josh Allen with the pump fake. Just watch right here. We're running a screen, right? We're running a screen. I'm going to go out here and block you. And then go up the sideline. And Josh Allen throws that so.
Lawrence's one playoff win. He brought his team back from 27 down against the Chargers a couple years back.
He can do it.
Now he's down 3 and he completes it. ETN able to get going from 27-0 down, led by Lawrence in a wild card game a couple years back. Here he throws on 2nd and 10. Wide open. It's Washington. Somehow no one was near him. And the Jaguars are set up at the Buffalo 25.
He's been playing outstanding.
He's over 100. He did not have a catch until the last 30 seconds of the first half. Here they go back to him on the end around. Little dipsy-do. Bosa not able to bring him down. He's rolling right. Loves to throw it this way. Flicks it. ETN. He's in for the touchdown. And Jacksonville takes the lead again.
Just take a look. He's going to run out here. Russo's the only guy. He's got to cover him, and he has a double situation. Do I take the quarterback or the running back? And he decides to go. Big-time play call by Liam Cohen. Great job. The Bills are going down. Josh Allen will have the ball in his hands on every play.
Coming after him. Gets rid of it deep. He's open. And Cooks has it. Cooks was left alone in the secondary.
Promise you. Everybody knows, and it's cover 0. Looks like one-on-one. Do they have some play?
Shakir wiggles. He's pushed back, and we're going to have, well, the spot was generous. Reggie Gilliam, fullback, big on the tush push. There he is, shoving, and Allen's got it. Not to be denied. He's still going. Look at this.
Wow.
A full thoroughbred. Touchdown. And they say touchdown.
A touchdown is under review.
Well, Torrance just carries Josh like his baby, just pushing him, being like, "You're not touching my baby."
He's definitely short.
He's going to be short for sure, but he gets the 10 yards, basically. That was an incredible play call. This will be a 10-second runoff. Gene, will you explain this right here? With
yeah,
the
in this
10-second
situation, they've ruled touchdown. Now, if they come back and rule, which we believe they will, short by the yard, by rule now.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down, short of the goal line.
And by the way, it might not be all bad for the
Correct.
Bills because you can use some more time.
I want the 10-second runoff.
On 1st and goal. He's shoved across. They'll go ahead and take the touchdown as again Reggie Gilliam rides right behind him, and the Bills are back in front with a minute to go.
And then they let them score here. Don't actually see how they come out of there. They back out of it. That gives you the most.
You can see the yardage line to get to is at the 50. That would match his career long as 68-yard attempt. Ball's intercepted. The game is over as Cole Bishop gets it off the rebound.
Bishop is there, but watch. Tre'Davious White is all over Jacoby Myers. And Bishop wisely goes right down. It's just a great defensive play by White, ending Jacksonville's season. And he threw that ball and put him in position, and they finished it off with a 10-yard tush push to get to the 1, which is insane.
He was absolutely battered and bruised in that first half with a head injury.